Respected learners, now we will discuss the characteristics of philosophy, scope of philosophy, and the values of philosophy. If we analyze the definition of great philosophers, then we can say that philosophy is the sum total of scientific knowledge. Philosophy is the knowledge of this whole universe, and it is a special process of thought. It is a special process of analyzing and interpreting method through which we will disclose the nature, disclose the mystery of this world. Therefore, philosophy is an academic discipline or human activity which is concerned with the examination fundamental principles of reality. Based on this analysis, we can enumerate some important characteristics of philosophy. That first one, philosophy is related with the knowledge of reality. What is going with the real thing? We have to know, and philosophy tries to find answer, the inner question, the actual question, actual answer regarding this reality, knowledge of reality. Number two, philosophy helps to all for finding the truth, the ultimate truth to be disclosed, ultimate truth to be found out. The mysteries of this nature to be found out. So therefore, we can say that the special characteristics of philosophy is that it helps to all for finding the truth of this nature, truth of this world. And philosophy may be conservative, may be traditional and flexible in nature. It depends upon the situation. It depends upon the value system of the society. So therefore, its ideas can be changed, its ideas can be flexible in times of need, in times of change. The ideas of philosophy are relevant and meaningful. Everything, new ideas as developed from philosophical discussion are very important and relevant to our life problems, to our society. It can be applied to each social problems, and everything what is happening in this world, everything happening in the society can be fully discussed, can be thoroughly understandable, can be thoroughly interpreted, and thereafter the logical analysis, logical proposition and thesis can be established. So therefore, ideas of philosophy are relevant and very, very meaningful. Philosophy deals with the nature of reality that you have learned earlier also. Philosophy is that which finds out different sense, forget the way of knowledge. Philosophy is that which is always dynamic. It is not static. Every time it is thinking, rethinking, new ideas are generated, new knowledge are coming up, new knowledge is again interpreted. So, it is not a static one, it is a very dynamic in nature, and always new ideas, new initiation, new approaches are coming up through the process of intellectual endeavor, and philosophers are trying to discussing the whole world with its own point of view. So philosophy is very dynamic in nature. It is a very most important characteristics of philosophy. Philosophy provides different direction for the modification of behavior. Everything human, as per the nature, as per the development, as per the situation, it can be deviated, it can be changed, it ideas to be motivated, it is either to be modified. So therefore, philosophy provides a different direction for the modification of behavior. If we see the characteristics of Indian philosophy, we see that philosophy is expressed with the term darsana. Darsana is not the simple seeing. Darsana is to observe. It is not a simple observe. It is the inner sense. So, darsate anena, it's darsanam, the one through which it can be seen. To see means the philosophic sense, the inner seeing, the most intelligent seeing, very conceptual understanding. That is the thing, that is called darsana. So, in a sense, it is different. But the two approaches are same. Whether it is Western philosophy or whether it is in Indian philosophy, the mode, the status, the structure, the system, everything are equal. So, Tattva Darsana, or to realize the life and the world thoroughly and methodically and carefully, that is the most interesting characteristics of Indian philosophy. So, it is Sanskrit root, darsana, to see, that means to experience. So, darsana is the vision of perception. Philosophy is deducted through intellectual gymnastic. So, it is the important characteristics of the philosophy. So, therefore, you can say that because of realizations of the Indian philosophers appear in philosophy. In spite of that, the subject of discussion, process of discussion, and observing the similarity or likeness of the effect of darsana and the philosophy are almost equal, are always parallel, are always equal, and there is no difference between these two. But the thing is that the idea is same, the motto is same, the characteristics of the two Western, whether it is Western or whether it is Indian, the characteristics of philosophy are always similar, always clear, and always dynamic. So, scope of a subject refers to the width, breadth, outlook, comprehensiveness, range of experience, purview of the subject, everything. So, scope means the total arena, total areas covered with the philosophy. So, it covers the whole world, whole concepts of the world, whole entities of the world. So, its scope is enormous, its scope is universal. Scope of this subject is much greater and greater. But subfields will come under the purview of the scope of philosophy. In this regard, we can quote the idea of Francis Bacon, who is a great English philosopher, and he mentioned that philosophy is the great mother of sciences. So here you can say that what is the scope? We can understand the scope of this subject. Science and philosophy are almost equal in a sense we can utilize. And philosophy in every aspects of this world, every domain of knowledge, the philosophy is there. So its vastness cannot be explained in such a way. So according to Francis Bacon, we can say that it is a great mother of sciences. Therefore, the scope of philosophy extends to any problem of the world and topics under study that can be understood by seeing the various branches of philosophy. It focuses its rational analysis and thought process to understand the nature of matter, time, space, evolution, life and mind, and establishes interrelation belong to them. Philosophy is process of thinking to know the universe through logical, systematic and persistent point of view. Now we can explain some ideas. The value of philosophy. Philosophy is a branch of human inquiry. and as much it aims at knowledge and understanding, it lies in the value of the ends that it seeks, the knowledge and understanding it reveals. Bertrand Russell argues that there is a great value of doing philosophy precisely because it frustrates our desire for quick, easy answers. In denying us easy answer to big question and undermining complacent convictions, philosophy liberates us from narrow-minded conventional thinking to the open and a greater world, and philosophy helps towards the movement of ideas and human values and conception to a greater world of ideas, and we can go to the new possibilities of thinking, new possibilities of new process of ideas. So we can recognize this world in a new view. We can eliminate our black knowledge. We can eliminate our limited knowledge, and we can reach towards a greater knowledge, a greater world where everything can be clear, where every knowledge can be identified, the truthfulness, the reality can be justified, can be understood with greater diversity, with greater confidence and with greater knowledge, thereby wisdom and the social knowledge can be developed. Here the tacit knowledge or explicit knowledge can be developed in a better way, so the society will be more knowledgeous, and the success of human mind, human attitude, human endeavor can be reached, can be enhanced for the further development of the society. So therefore, the value of philosophy is much and great. It can lead to question on comfortability and complement conventional opinions. So therefore, the scope of philosophy is much, and the value of philosophy is more or less is a greater amount. So the value of philosophy cannot be overemphasized. The value of philosophy is justified, and it is well known to us. So philosophy, the value of philosophy, that we want, that it reveals the total knowledge of the world. Therefore, we will reach towards wisdom.